Reality recap.
Hi, Evelyn. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion of
I look like this. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know? Why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and not supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Tamara?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory is a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the...
Reality recap. Reality recap.
What's up, people? Happy Saturday. Y'all know why we here. See it? You see it over there on the screen. It is your girl V with Reality Recap here, streaming live across Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The chat is live. And today's Tea Sesh, we are recapping the season finale that aired last night of Love during Lockup. Don't forget, if you can't watch this live in its entirety, you can head to the links in my bio on Facebook or Instagram. If you're watching from YouTube already, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Set your alerts so you don't miss any of the recaps. We are recapping everything right now. Potomac, Married to Medicine, Salt Lake City, Beverly Hills, Love and Hip Hop Miami, Love and Hip Hop ATL, Love and Marriage Huntsville, everything. And again, follow me on Instagram and Facebook for all the updates and news on your favorite reality TV stars. And the chat is live. So let me know your thoughts as I give you my unsolicited thoughts on last night's season finale of Love during Lockup. Let's get into these couples, y'all. I want to get the corny couples out the way. I just want to speak on them very briefly, and then we can get into those couples that we're all interested in, right? Tia, Rob, Jimmy and Donnie, Hunter and Kate and Kaylee, the couples that we all care about. So let's get the corny couples out the way, as I call them. Some of them we didn't even see last night, but we're going to get that right on out the way. Let's see who we going over first. Let's start with Sam. Let's get Sam and Crystal out the way. What can I say about Sam? Sam is our typical dweeb that we get on these shows, but Sam has made up his mind that he's going to wait for Crystal. She is not due to be out until 2031. So yes, he married her while she was in prison. She was upset with him because he didn't visit her on the day that she became eligible for parole. Even though she didn't have a hearing, she just became eligible for parole. And he wasn't able to visit, not just because he ain't want to, he was sitting around picking boogers. He works. He's an EMT. He worked a 24-hour shift, and she wanted him to get off that 24-hour shift, drive 6 hours to see her, and then drive back home 6 hours afterwards, and then probably work again. So she was upset, not speaking to him. And then I guess she realized who's footing the bill for her in prison. And she called him and apologized and, gave him the story of how she was so upset that he didn't come that day, that she was waiting and all of that. But he had a valid excuse. He's working to support her in prison. Y'all know my husband said, like, how her hair so smooth and shiny and done well? I said, well, the man said he done spent $102,000 on her since in jail. Just, phone calls, commissary on her books, her food. So I'm sure that's how she's keeping up with herself. But he has decided, even if she doesn't get parole, at the end, they gave a recap and she had not had her parole hearing yet. But he's decided, even if she is not going to get parole, he's going to wait. He said he's there regardless till 2031. I hope it works out for Sam, because that is you basically doing the bid with her. So I hope it works out because he doesn't know this woman in the free world. He taking care of her grandmother while she in there. And he taking care of her. So I hope Crystal come out and it works for him because he is literally doing the bid with her. So good luck to Sam and Crystal. We won't be seeing them anytime soon on no Love After Lockup with that amount of time that she has left. So I hope it works out. Also, MJ and Willie. We didn't see MJ and Willie last night. MJ, we saw the recap at the end or give update on each couple. She is still engaged to Willie. She has decided she's not going to go back to her ex-husband, Ami, and that she hasn't spoken to him. Willie had a delay in his release due to a warrant, but he will be soon paroled to a halfway house. He'll be going to a halfway house. So she has decided, it didn't say if she decided to move back home or not. I'm assuming not, but she chose Willie over Ami. Good luck to her too. Do I really think that she's not talking to Ami at all? I don't, but hey, that's what the producer said at the end. So there you have it about Willie and MJ. Also, the last little corny couple we need to go over before we get into the others. Who else? We did Sam and Crystal. We did MJ and Willie. Oh, Savannah and Bradley. So Savannah and Bradley, we saw her crawl away to pick him up. She's excited for him to get out. I told you guys last Saturday that Bradley's sisters have been getting online, his older sister, and alleging that Savannah is back on substances, that she's driving him and her family crazy, that she's completely off the deep end. That's what they say. I don't know the truth of that or not, but allegedly that's what, it's not alleged that the sister got up there. I saw that, but the things that she said was alleged about Savannah. But we just saw her drive to go pick him up. We didn't see any interaction of him actually getting out. And they, for whatever reason, was selected to move on to Love After Lockup. I'm assuming because nobody else really could move to Love After Lockup, right? Willie's not out. Donnie damn sure ain't out. We'll talk about Rob and what happened with him and what the update was at the end. But it really was no other couples able to move on to Love After Lockup. It feels like they are going to Love After Lockup by default. I'm sorry. It just seems like it's by default. So they will move on. We will see their story on the next season of Love After Lockup. Now that we got the corny couples out the way, let's get into the main couples that we've been watching this season. Although I told you guys, this season wasn't the best. It's not the greatest that we've seen with this season, but it's a watch. It's a Friday watch. Bell Collective is off. Hell, I'm watching it. So it wasn't one of the best seasons I've seen, but, I'm watching it. Hi, Lily. Thank you for checking on YouTube. She said, I thought I missed your live earlier. Thank God I'm on time. No, you're not. I've been doing a little bit of a later live on Saturdays just to give my time, time with the kids in the morning, get them together. We were doing Valentine's Day crafts already this morning. So just to give me a chance. And also, y'all, I struggle with eczema on my face like you wouldn't believe. So I have to steam and get the dead skin off because I'm not going to sit. So that's why I'm greasy. But I'm not going to sit up here looking like a gray werewolf. So it takes me a little time right now through the winter. So it seems like right now I'm just doing later lives on Saturday around 5 o'clock. So no, you didn't miss it, Lily. Thank you for checking in. And you are right on time. We covered the corny couples, right? We went over MJ and Willie. She stayed with Willie. He's going to the halfway house soon. He was delayed and going over a warrant. We talked about Sam and Crystal. We know Sam has decided that even if she doesn't get paroled, he's going to stay and wait for her till 2031. Good luck with that, brother. You doing a bid on the outside. And we also talked about, who else did we talk about? MJ, Willie,
Sam, Crystal, and Bradley and Savannah. We talked about Bradley and Savannah. She picked him up from, he got released, and they're moving on to Love after Lockup. They're really the only couple able to move on to Love after Lockup. No, none of the other couples, either the inmate is not released yet for them to move on, or they didn't make it. So now we're going to get into the couples that we have, I don't know if I want to say grown to love this season. They just had the most interesting story. So let's start with Tia and Rob, honey. Tia and Rob. So Lily said on YouTube, MJ's storyline was a waste of time. As for Sam, I feel bad for him. He needs to leave Crystal. Yeah, I just think he need to come back to it, right? When she's actually out, instead of waiting. He's already been waiting 2+ years. And now you're going to wait until 2031. That is a huge chunk of your life that you can't get back, to be working overtime to pay for everything for her. He's already spent over $100,000 on her. He said it's a lot of money and a lot of time. And if it comes out and it doesn't work, like Sam's one of those nice guys that you just hope that he don't snap and end up in jail. If it don't work out, she come out playing in his face. So we'll see. But Tia and Rob, guys, I was rooting for them. I was rooting for Tia and Rob. I have been seeing Rob. He's had 2 or 3 welcome home parties that I didn't see Tia attend. The first one, she said she wasn't invited to. Then she came back and said, well, she was invited. She just forgot. He then had like another welcome home party. They always at the strip clubs. The recaps be wild. And I haven't really seen them together. So I was rooting for them, and I just felt like last night, he came back from seeing the PO. The family finally was leaving, and she wanted to lay up, stay in the hotel with him, spend quality time. She said it was the last night in the hotel room before she went back to, is it Long Island? Yeah, before she goes back to Long Island, and he has to go to wherever he's being paroled at in Brooklyn somewhere. So she wanted to hang out and stay in. He did not want to do that. He wanted to go out. But he did want to take her with him. I will say that. So he was like, look, I want to go to Harlem. I want to go back to my old neighborhood, show you my, where I'm from, see some people. And she was not here for it. She like, can we do that another day? He at first didn't understand, and he was like, well, why can't we not? Like, yeah, you brought me these new clothes. I want to wear them outside. I don't want to wear them to sit in this room with you. Let's go out. We could do all that lovey-dovey cuddle and stuff later. And she sat him down, and she made perfect sense in my opinion. She said, listen, I just want to spend the time with you. I was the one there, right? I was the one that helped you on your books, supported you. All these people you want to run around and go see, none of them came to see you or cared about you while you did this 10-year bid. And he honestly stopped, and you could see like he thought about it. And he came to him, he was like, you know what? You actually do have a valid point. And I was like, oh, this is gonna go in a good direction. He's seeing her side of it, and he went to talk to her and grab her hand. And she just crashed out, in my opinion. She was like, oh, don't touch me. You could talk to me, but don't touch me. You talking about something, you love me and all of this, and you want to be with me long term, but I don't even know where you being paroled to. I ain't met the girl, the house that you staying at. And then she just started accusing. She really went left. Like, I was like, damn. I thought the fact that I give him props, I think he's slick as wet tar. I do. Do I think that he got stuff up his sleeve? Absolutely. You can see it in his face. He even said at the beginning of the season, right? Like, there's things that Tia doesn't know that I don't want her to know yet. So we know that he got some dog in him. But just in that moment, I felt like he did stop, acknowledge what she was saying. He said she had a valid point. And I just thought from there it was going to go good. I didn't know it was going to go into him throwing chairs or slamming doors, or him, walking out and her saying, that's your main bitch. That's your main bitch you staying with, ain't it? Ain't it? Like, huh? And again, it wasn't like he was trying to go out without her. He was just trying to take her with him. So I just didn't understand why she couldn't go, see where he's from, maybe grab something to eat, have a little dinner, and then come back to the hotel and spend the night together. Get a Poom Poom a break. You already said he has swole it up. You need ice on it. So just give it a little break, air it out, walk it around Harlem, and bring it back to the hotel. I just didn't understand the crash out there. I really didn't. Lily said, Rob seems like a good guy. T, on the other hand, was doing too much. She wanted to keep him on a leash. Now, she did go live yesterday, and she said that she felt like the show portrayed her to be very possessive. She said that's not the person that she is. I don't know, guys. I don't know how the cameras paint you to be anything other than what you give to the camera. I really don't ever get that statement of how, I get that, they can ask you one question and you answer it shady or something, and they can, edit and cut things out, but you gave what you gave. You did not want him to go anywhere. So I I just feel like she's bringing past traumas into the relationship that she had before. She's been cheated on. She has trust issues, and she's bringing that into the relationship, which is not a good way to start a relationship. So you're going to have to trust him until he prove you otherwise, or you just going to have to leave it alone if you can't trust. Because all the women in the comments saying how good he looked, how, all those things, but with 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 great with great powers comes great responsibility. Is that the Spider-Man saying? I don't know. So them looks come with a lot. A lot of women, a lot of groupies. Now he done been on TV too. He all around licking his lips like Cool J. I don't know, y'all. But she ended up feeling like it was a mistake to be with him. She started folding up her stuff. He grabbed his little sack and threw it over his shoulder and left. So I just really was rooting for them. I thought it was going to be a different kind of conversation. I was shocked to see at the end where it said that he reunited with an ex in Miami. My mic's still moving down, y'all. I hope it don't cut off. Let me make sure. But yeah, he reunited with an ex in Miami, and it said that he had moved to Miami, but I don't like he's in New York. All he's on social media, he's on Instagram. All of his welcome home parties has been in New York. Every time he goes live, he's out and about, he's in New York. So I don't even know if it doesn't seem like whoever he reunited with or the ex he reunited with in Miami that it worked out. And he's definitely in New York. Tia also said on a live before that even though they're not together, he doesn't let her be with anyone else. I don't know how that's possible. Y'all not in the same city, but I mean, he's in the same state, but I don't see him preventing her from being able to date or be with someone else if they're not together. But yeah, she went out last night. She said she had already seen the finale. She went out, he did his thing, and from what I can see, they are not together. But she says that it seems like their souls are still tied somehow, if that makes any sense. Beyond Beautiful Blessed, thank you for checking in on Instagram. Said that situation was like, wow, but I knew wasn't going to happen. Yeah, we go through this every season, Beyond Beautiful, right? We go through this where you have to realize that these inmates have been, some of them anyway, have been locked up for an extensive amount of time that they can't get back. And they're going to come home, especially the men, and nail everything moving. They're going to want to move and have motion and be outside and go see people. And that is a part of the game. And majority of the time, everything that they told you is what we call jail talk. They're telling you what you want to hear so that you keep sending that money, so that you keep showing up at visits. And you know what? Not to say that they might not actually have some love there for you, but for you to expect someone to come home after 10 years and just sit around and not want to go, 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 it's just not realistic. I do think she has his best interest at heart. She wants to, keep him, not, I don't know if I ain't gonna say on a leash, but she wants him to not do things to mess up his parole or for him to go back. But on the other hand, she didn't want him paroled to her house, which I understood because she has a daughter. The daughter don't know this man. He fresh out. She didn't feel comfortable doing that. And that to me was the right decision. So if he can't be paroled to your house, he had to make other arrangements. He did say in the argument that he was going to let her meet the girl, that was part of, he would make sure that happens, that she had to have trust for him. So I don't know. I just thought it was unfortunate. I just think she crashed out and it went left when I thought it was going to keep going on a straight path, especially after he stopped. I was like, oh, he's agreeing with her. Like after that, I just thought, wow, this is going to go better than I thought. But then quickly it went like this. So I don't know. Hi, Red. Thank you for checking in on Instagram. Red said, I honestly believe that the issue was he wasn't completely forthcoming with the information. I totally agree. Totally agree. He was not forthcoming with the information. It should have been clear where he was staying. The stories kept changing while he was locked up. The sister saying that the girl that he was going to be parole house to, she was staying there. He then saying, no, she's not. She's going to do like a co-op situation and stay at her parents'. I don't know who's leaving out their own apartment to go stay at their parents' house so that you can be paroled there. It all didn't make any sense. I just was thinking, wrong place, wrong time, right? Like he's trying to hang out with you, he's listening to you. So kind of just use your magic, to get that information out of him. Like, and while we out, can we stop by where you gonna be paroled at? When I'm gonna meet her, so I know, where you gonna be at. Like, come on, use a little bit of that, instead of using that's your main chick, huh? That's your main bitch, right? That you all know, how men are. They don't want to be accused. And then if you accuse them and then they act like that gives them the right to go do the bad things, even if they was doing it already, like, he said it like, she don't trust me. I might as well go do my thing, So I just wanted her to use her, her feminine wiles to get that information out of him instead of blowing up and crashing out. But what can I say? I'm crash out queen. Like, I'm crash out queen. But I just felt like, damn, he just stopped and was like, you know what? You got a valid point. He went to grab her hand and tell her, I love you. I want to be with you. Why do we still have to crash out? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so Tia, Rob, I wish them the best. I will reach out to her. She's been supportive. She's following me, and I will see if we can do an interview and just understand where they really are. Are they having conversations? He's still pursuing her. So hopefully we can get her up here. I'll try to see if we can get her up here by next weekend, guys, and ask her some questions. If she's not mad at me now that I posted and I wasn't on her side in the argument, we'll see. But who else we gonna talk about today? Let me get the next couple up on the screen. Where do I want to go? Let's do Donnie and Jakima. I'm confused, guys, when it comes to Jakima and Donnie. But let me see. You got some comments here before we go into Jakima and Donnie. Lily said, I wonder what the family dynamic is like now that Rob and Tia split up, given that her cousin and her sister are married. I don't know. I guess it's the same dynamic it was before they got together. I don't know. But she makes it seem like there's still some type of ties there. So I don't know if they all the way done with each other or what. Where's the old child? So I don't know. And I am Lisa. Thank you for checking in on YouTube. Said Tia and Rob went left real quick. Exactly. I was like, same thing I just said. I am Lisa. It was like, yeah, real quick. And I really was like, oh shit. He said she got a valid point. He thought about what she said. He took her feelings into consideration. I was like, can't get no better than that from a man that just did 10 years and only been out 24, 48 hours. It don't get no better than that. It just went left. She crashed out. Definitely what I thought. But let's get into Jakima and Donnie. I'm confused, y'all. I really am. I'm confused. So she talks to Donnie last night. He tells her that, he's getting out in 20 months, which seemingly is around 2027. She is not able to visit him because of the recent, drug charges or whatever that he got. So he can't have any visits. And she is in Ohio, away from all her family, friends. She moved her 2 children there, her twin boys. And she finally told her father, right, that he's not in the army, that he's actually locked up. And it seems like her and her father have a close relationship. He really wanted her to come back home. Why wait in Ohio for 20 months when you can't even visit him? Just come back home. But she was hopeful that, he would get visitations back, which hadn't happened by the end of the show. It had been over 6 months and she still hadn't been allowed to visit him. She's always on live cursing us viewers out. So I haven't seen her actually go do a visit. So it doesn't seem like she's still able to visit him. And with a drug charge like that, I would be surprised if he even gets visitations back. I would pretty much guarantee that he's going to spend the rest of his time with no visits. For sure. Just my thoughts. I don't see how he would even get those visitations back, but we'll see. He did call. She ended up visiting Texas. She went to see her father and family. She visited, and Donnie called, and her father made it very clear: don't get my daughter caught up in no mess. Don't be sending no nonsense to her Cash App. I don't want her involved in nothing. He made it clear that he is, going to make things work, and he also asked for Jakima's hand in marriage. So she was elated. She was so excited that he asked for her hand in marriage to his father. And by the end of the episode, it did say that they were engaged. She did show the ring on Instagram last night. I posted it for you guys to see. But she posted the ring saying that he will be out by March 2027. That's where I get confused because the website, the correctional website says that he's not even eligible for parole or release until 2029. The end of the show said that he wouldn't be out. He's, scheduled for release in 2029. So I don't know how she knows something that the jail website don't know, because it's usually, accurate. But she's saying that he'll be out in March of 2027. She's made it clear that she's gonna wait. And like I said, I kind of got turned off by this story just because I don't like when people keep getting on live and trying to curse the viewers out for our opinion of the show. Like, you join the show, we're gonna have an opinion on it. But she's telling us, we all think she delusional and we're stupid and she knows better than we know. And you may, but you still got yourself caught up in some foolishness, because where's the house that this rent money is coming from? Why does the website say he's getting out in 2029, and so does the damn show say he's getting out to 2029, and you telling us 2027? I'm just confused, but to each his own. You happy? I love it, girl. Do your thing. But I marked it on my calendar because I'm damn sure gonna come back and check if he get out in March 2027. But again, like, these people, they're not getting out anytime. He's not getting out anytime soon for us to carry on with the story. for it to go to Love After Lockup. If the show ain't canceled by 2027 or 2029, then I guess we can see them back. But I just don't understand why we would have them on the show when he's not getting out anytime soon. Or maybe they did because he could have been scheduled for release, and then he did the foolishness, or did not do the foolishness, but he was charged with it and given this time. So it's given guilty, but she's saying he didn't do it and he's getting out March 2027. Red says she needs to go back to Dallas. It doesn't make any sense to stay in Ohio and she can't see him. Yeah, it said on the end that she's deciding to stay in Ohio. She doesn't have plans to go back. She was on live today saying that she do whatever she want. She don't give a fuck what we think. I told you she be on live for hours just cursing us out. Every time I just pop in and then I pop out. I can't even stay on. Like, I saw she was on earlier with Tia, and I couldn't even go on because that's all she does. She's telling us she ain't bothered, but it's giving bothered. She be live 3-4 hours at a time just cursing us out. But she said she don't give a fuck. She always do what she want to do. She's staying on business and she's confident, and all her family know. They wasn't even surprised that she got on the show because they know I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And they wasn't surprised when I moved, yada, yada, yada. Good luck, sis. Good luck. I don't even know. Take care, sis. Because we ain't going to see you on Love After Lockup no time soon. To me, 2027 and 2029 is tomato. It's still a long ass time. Either way you look at it. Point blank. So take care, sis. You want to, she's staying in Ohio. Her kids say they hate it. I'm sure they don't got no family out there. They miss their cousins. They're little. But she, that's what she say. Exactly. I am Lisa said her actions seem bothered to me. Exactly. If you are choosing to be with him and everything, I just don't understand why the need to get on live over and over and over again and tell us we don't know what we talking about, or just mad at the perception. She was even saying like the letter that she read was old and it wasn't for those charges. So why did you get up there and read it like it was if it was something else? Like, you helped with the perception. You helped build this storyline. So how could you be upset if we make an assumption, or if we draw our conclusion based on what we're seeing on a TV screen? Like, that's the number one thing that turns me off about reality TV stars. Like, they always say, you get to see my life for 10 minutes, 20 minutes once a week. You don't know me, or like, you don't know what you talking about. I know what I see on my damn TV every Friday night for the past 6, 7, 8 weeks. And I'm entitled to my opinion on what I'm seeing. So it just really turns me off. And that's what happened with me and Jakima's case. Like, she just really is always on live telling us we don't know what we talking about. So take care. Like I said, 2027 or 2029 is all a long ass time to me. So we won't be seeing her on Love After Lockup. Now, baby, let's get into the story that had me on the floor last night, because Hunter is something else, y'all. Hunter is something else. Let me get them up on here, child. Kate Hunter and Kaylee, child. Hunter got me damn confused. I don't know what or who he really loved. If you don't know, just small recap, but most of you watching have been watching the show with me. But Hunter dating Kate. Kate makes up an idea that he should go on prison pen pal websites and write women and get him some sugar mamas to help pay for his time in prison, like to use these women to give him money on his books, commissary, all of that good stuff. Apparently, and he's another one where we have no idea when he's getting out. They haven't even said anything about when he's getting out. He keeps getting time extended on to his sentence because he's got these. He told Kate that he would only write these women and have video chats with them. He's been having in-person visits. He's talking about he getting hand jiggers on the visits. How that's even possible, I have no idea. Back in the day when I used to visit my boyfriend in prison, we had to sit across from each other. knees like across. We couldn't hug, we couldn't touch. Like one time he went to just rub my head and they told him to stop. So I don't even understand how he getting whole hand jiggers, but that's what he came back and told Kate, that he had to get it off his chest to clear his conscience. That he been getting hand jiggers on his visits. So and Kate's upset like this wasn't her idea. But do I think that he wasn't already talking to women on sites and using them for money? He is a certified con artist, and I believe that that's his way. He seems comfortable. He seems very comfortable in jail and just being taken care of. He ain't got no responsibilities, no bills, nothing. He just got women that giving him money and he living good. So I don't, and it never even said when he was going to get out at all. No idea when Hunter is coming home. But Kate is on a revenge plot because Hunter done told her he in jail getting hand jiggers. So she got her, I call her Elsa because she said she the ice queen. Don't mess with her. So Elsa is on her revenge plot while Kaylee just found out. It's about 4 weeks after Hunter broke up with her. He broke up with her saying that he had an ex-girlfriend that came back to his life and he was choosing her. He neglected to tell her that he was using her off of that Pen Power website to take care of him. But he tried to let her down easy after she's been cooking pot roasts as if he, just to eat with him over the phone as if they were having dinner together. She done tattooed the man's name on her body. She's wearing a ring and telling everybody this is her fiance and they are engaged. But anywho, he says he let her down easy. Not the case at all. She was hurt. She was crying. 4 weeks later, the trailer drops for the season of Love During Lockup. And she sees him on the trailer with Kate and also with him saying how he used women for money. She heard Kate saying that it was her idea to get him on these sites. I don't know if Attorney Simone is still in here, but thank you for checking in. But if you are Attorney Simone, could she be in any trouble? I really want to know. I have to text her if she's not on and ask because I just want to know, could these women, because she's basically on the camera telling on herself, right? She's on the camera telling on herself. Let me text Attorney Simone real quick and just ask her, could she drop back in for a second? I just want to ask her one question for you, please. But I just wanted to know, like, is there a chance that Kate could be in trouble since she is on national television telling everyone that she had him sign up for these sites to scam women out of money? Could that have any legal repercussions for her? I just want to know. Hopefully she can come back in because I really want to know the answer to that. But let's see what some of you guys are saying. Lily said, OMG, I felt bad for Kaylee at the end. I didn't, Lily. Especially not after we find out, right? She finds out the trailer drops. She knows that he's been messing with this other girl. He already done broke up with her and played her. And you telling us that even after you broke up, you still was giving him money. You still went to visit him. You still putting money on the phone to talk to him after he done played you just because he told you, well, I was just doing that for drama on the show. Hi, Attorney Simone came back. I wanted to ask you really quickly, Attorney Simone. We were talking about this situation here with Hunter, Kate, and Kaylee, right? Kate had the great idea to sign Hunter up on she's a co-conspirator. You already knew what I was going to ask. You already knew. And she said, I'm back, and hell yeah, it can. She's a co-conspirator. That's exactly what I needed you to answer for us, Attorney Simone. I told you, Attorney Simone, if I'm ever in trouble, that's who I'm going to. I don't care if it's a murder charge. That's who I'm going to. So y'all make sure y'all follow attorney Simone Redwine, her YouTube channel. Girl, is that legal? She goes over all the cases, you know, ASAP Rocky's case she's covering right now, the whole thing with Diddy. Like we did a show together on Karen and her DUI charges. She's the best. She is the best. But when I saw you pop in, I was like, oh, she left. Let me text her real quick. But that was my question. I wanted to know, could Kate have any legal repercussions because she was scamming women pretty much, or helping him do it, you know? So that was her idea. And the fact that she's on this show repeatedly saying it was her idea. I signed him up. Yeah, you know, use these women to get money. I'm like, girl, why is you telling on yourself? That didn't even have to be part of the storyline. Why are you telling that? I would not have volunteered that information that it was my idea to set him up on that. So, and Kaylee's clearly not the only woman that he's doing that to. I don't know if it was true or not, but he said at one point that one of the women that he cut off had a girlfriend, or had one of her girlfriend's boyfriend was also locked up, and she was trying to like get him hurt because he broke her heart. So it's a dangerous game that he is playing. Attorney Attorney Simone answered my question, but that was definitely what I wanted to know. Could she face any legal, if anybody did, I guess, sue or, you know, want to press any charges? She said yes, she could, and she's a co-conspirator. Appreciate it. Attorney Simone also said, since the women had the idea and he's broke, the victim should sue her and get a judgment against her. Bloop. Oh, her little yoga instructor money about to be going. She ain't gonna be sitting poolside with the margaritas no more. If anybody decides to take it that far, if they smart, if Kaylee's smart, she would have, because she said, I'm gonna show him you can't play with me like that. Show him, girl. Go back to that same lawyer you went to that wanted you to pay $15K to see if you could get him out early, since he wanted to be giving hand jiggers out or getting hand jiggers in visits and got extra time. Go right back to that same lawyer and see how much she wants to help you. It's probably less than $15K for real. But thank you, Attorney Simone. I appreciate it. Let's get some more of these comments. Let's see what they're saying on YouTube. I am, Lisa said, I'm laughing at Katie and Kayla because Hunter is not a prize. No prize whatsoever. Can't offer nothing to him. At least Bradley had a job lined up for when he get out. He gonna be doing roofing work, which seems to pay pretty good. He ain't got nothing going for himself. I honestly felt like Hunter really likes Kaylee. I just think that he's choosing Kate because she seems like the more financial stable choice for him. She has, you know, even though Kaylee and Kate live 10 miles from each other, which was crazy. I was, you know, today's years old when I rewatched it back and saw that on the screen. Like, hold up, they live 10 miles from each other. Production shady as hell. For you to let these two women tape a whole season and then you let her see the trailer at the end and find out that it's another woman on the show that's been taping, dating the same guy. I said, y'all play too much, too much. Like, sue them too, because they played the hell out of y'all. I could not believe that production is shady as hell for that, for real. They really are. And is it N0? I hope I'm saying it right. You're just gonna say easy. So I don't see why the women couldn't sue, because it was clear he had led them on and made a relationship with them. To them, it was real and going forward. Agree. And it sounds like from Attorney Simone, that could definitely be the case, that they could sue. And Easy also said, I would assume Kate can get in trouble if she received any of the funds or benefited from the situation. Hell, she benefited from the situation because she didn't have to send him no money because of it, right? Like, she didn't have to send him no money. And then she's on camera repeatedly saying, it was my idea. It was my idea. It was my idea. Girl, you in the trailer saying it was your idea. Like, why would you do that? And Lily said, I hope they do hold Kate liable for that if they sue. So we'll see. I'll definitely keep following the situation. Hunter has an Instagram page, but there's nothing posted on it. And again, we have no idea when he's getting out. We don't know anything that he's saying to be true. It's not like she got a letter telling her anything, but he's saying that his sentence was extended 30, 60 days, but it was 4 weeks gone by. He got visits back. She was going again, and he still has no release. They didn't even say anything about a release at the end of the episode. So again, it's just another couple that we followed this season that we're not able to see on Love After Lockup, because when the hell are they getting out? I told y'all, Savannah and Bradley seem like the only ones going to Love After Lockup off default, because nobody else could go. Donnie's still locked up. Hunter's still locked up. Crystal's still locked up till 2031 if she doesn't get parole. Like, none of them are able to even move on. We probably see them on the next season of Love during lockup still. I don't know. Crazy. Easy said, I'm really hoping that the women do sue. Low key, me too. I.e. Kaylee. She needs to be the first one in line to sue. And Easy also said, you said the name right. You can call me Enz if you want. Now, I hope I said that right. But thank you. And also said, Kate did an interview with Kiki and Kibit's channel. All she did was say how the women were stupid to spend money and deserve it. Well, there you have it. The Ice Queen spoke. I have to go watch that interview. I don't know why her interviews, because I follow her I'm subscribed to her channel, but it doesn't tell me when she's live unless I'm missing it. But that's my girl. Mary's my girl. So I definitely got to go watch that. And I'm going to see if I can get Tia up here next weekend or soon, if she can do it sooner, so that we can ask Tia some questions. That's if she ain't mad at me now after she saw my post, because I was definitely, I wasn't team Rob, but I just felt like she crashed out. I said it right. Ends. Thank you. But yeah, so Kaylee, she goes to the desert and buries a dildo in a ring. Why did she bury that, y'all? Why did she bury that? I guess that's the deal that got them in trouble, from her doing the video visits and her getting explicit on the video visits. And, he got video visits taken away, the extra time added, and she also couldn't visit him in person. I'm shocked she got the visitation back so quickly after that. But why are we burying that? That is not good for the environment. And she ain't even put it in a bag or nothing. Like, and then to bury that, and he's still saying at the end of the show that she's still giving him money. She's still talking to him. Go dig it up. Like, because you clearly still doing it. Like, why did she bury that? Of all things, he ain't write her no letters or nothing. She couldn't burn no letters. She couldn't bury the letters with the ring. What are we doing, y'all? What are we doing? And said Kate also was basically bringing up how the whole prison pal thing started with Hunter. She explained why she suggested it. It was a good interview. Yeah, I'll definitely go watch the interview. And I just feel like, like I said, I don't necessarily believe that he wasn't already doing that and making her think that, oh, this is a great idea. She's giving me permission to do what I'm already doing. That's how I feel. But yeah, Kaylee, she went out in the desert. She buried her ring, her dildo. She talking about she a baddie. She not dating. She's definitely not dating no more prisoners. She's gonna center herself, find herself again, and that she's already a baddie. I had sympathy for Kaylee. When she was crying, I was sad for her. But then when she said that she had been, after he broke up with her, she had still been going to visit him, give him money. She had just visited him Sunday. It was like, girl, fool me once, fool me twice. It's on you at this point. Because it's clear that he ain't no good. You heard the man on the trailer say he is a professional con artist. So what are you doing? So, and I wouldn't be shocked if she ain't still talking to him in some capacity right now. She on Instagram too. Acting unbothered. She don't go live though, but her captions make like she's so unbothered. It wasn't giving that at the end of the episode. So I felt bad, and then I was like, girl, bye. You still driving up there in your Chevrolet to see him? Stop it, girl. I don't want to hear it. Putting the miles on your car for nothing. Done. Now we then see Kate. Kate is the one, she going for revenge, serve poolside. She got Enrique over the house. She says the guy she met in Mexico. She got her little Mexican hunk over there. She they sitting poolside, they sipping margaritas, and Hunter calls and she tells him like, I'm just on a pool date with Enrique. And he like, what's up, man? He was like, we just having drinks. It's all good. Don't worry about it. He like, what you mean? Like he said, bro, I ain't talking to you. But Kate said, yeah, I didn't know we wasn't in a monogamous relationship. I found out if you told me you was getting hand jiggers, so I'm late to the party, but you don't know everything about me. I could date too. So she's doing this to get him jealous. It somewhat seemed like it worked, but then again it didn't. But he said Kate is his. Hunter said Kate is his. She ain't going nowhere. I believe it. I believe it. Just as the fact that you went through that extent, I always feel like silence is the best killer. So if I just if you do something to me, I just straight cut you off. That's the Sagittarius in me. I just cut you off. I have a mental funeral and I move the fuck on. So it was more so for me, the fact that you had a whole date and waited for him to call. It seemed like Enrique was up on game and he was helping. He's swimming and splashing in the background and sipping on margaritas with her and laughing. It seemed like he was up on game already. So that's just a lot to go through for somebody that you are saying that you're done with. I just personally, I wouldn't go through all of that. The man called me and told me he giving hand jiggers. You get this hand jigger, click, and I'm done. Nor would I have ever suggested that my man, locked up or not, be writing other women for money. Never would have suggested that. Wasn't a smart move. Yay, sis said Coyote gonna dig that thing up. Ew. Not the coyote gonna dig up the dildo, honey. Y'all are too funny, but I feel you on that. You're gonna dig it up and choke on it. And said, I wonder if Kate was cheating on Hunter. Hunter in prison having sexual visits and such, serving his time. No way Kate just sitting at home not messing with men. I don't, yeah. And if she wasn't, after that, she out there buns out, sons out with Enrique. Who knows what happened after that? He out there like, how many margaritas you had? Let me catch up to you. I don't know, but Enrique ain't come out of nowhere. She ain't go on vacation to Mexico while she was on this show with us. So she had to be having conversations. He seemed quite comfortable over there doing the backstroke in the pool. He did. So Iz, you might be on to something. I definitely and rightfully so. Why are you getting played from the inside? Do your playing on the outside. Why, like, they really be waiting. They really be waiting with no commitment. It's different. Like, I just look at it different. If it's somebody that you were with in a committed relationship and they get locked up and you holding them down, cool. You might still do something on the side. Keep it to yourself. But to go all in with somebody that you don't know in the free world and not mess with anybody else, just cut off, you are basically doing a bid with them. And is it really worth? That's time you can't get back. I don't see myself doing that. I don't see myself talking to somebody that I don't know at all. Been in situations where a boyfriend get locked up, you want to hold him down, cool. I was younger. Was I faithful? No. I was like 19. No. So like, but I'm just saying, to just put all your eggs in one basket like that, when they jail talking the hell out of you, is just not a smart move. Yeah. So unfortunately, they didn't say that Hunter was moving on to love after lockup. I would have loved to continue to follow this story. I'll follow it through Instagram to see if anything else unfolds here. But those are my thoughts on last night's season finale of Love After Lockup. They have a new series that's starting where they're going to have some of the past inmates come back and tell their stories of why they got locked up in the first place. I'm not really interested in it. I might take a glance at it depending on who the inmate is and somebody that I enjoyed watching in the past seasons. I might take a look at it. But other than that, we are done with another season of Love During Lockup. I will keep you posted on when Love After Lockup will air and make sure that I post the trailer for you when it drops. Now, don't forget to come back, guys. I will be back tomorrow recapping tonight's reunion part 1 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So y'all make sure y'all come hang out with me. I had a good time with y'all last Sunday. I haven't recapped Love and Marriage Huntsville in a while because some of these fans are cuckoo. But I enjoyed myself, so I'll be back to do that tomorrow. Now, before I get out of here, please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, set your alerts. If you can't watch the lives in its entirety on Instagram, Facebook, the link is in bio. Please subscribe, like my videos to reality_recap, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook for all the piping hot tea on your favorite reality TV stars and shows. As I always say, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It is your girl V with Reality Recap, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Peace.